Hello, everyone, my love bugs. It is Halloween. I'm trying to be a little bit festive today for you. So I found the really big lashes and I did something crazy. So I hope that you're enjoying your Halloween so far. But we're going to get down to business, to our business energy reading for the full moon in Taurus. And what's so interesting about this full moon is it's a blue moon. So that means that we've had a full moon twice in October, and how beautiful for it to land on Halloween. All right, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Africa Arshield. I'm an intuitive business coach, and I love helping spiritually and socially conscious entrepreneurs scale to $500,000 and beyond without putting a bunch of stuff on their already overpacked plate. So I actually love to help these entrepreneurs to streamline what's going on so that they are just able to fully dive in to their gift and give it in a bigger way to the world. All right, so let's get on with our reading today. This is for the full moon in Taurus that's going on right now. Like literally the moon just went officially full right now. I think it was like I might be a couple of minutes off. But I love it. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on, what this business energy is going to bring us from the full moon in Taurus through the new moon in Scorpio. Let's see what we've got going on here, how we can use this full moon to our advantage. And if you got questions, you can go ahead and put them into the chat. And let's go. All right, so we've got a few things going on. There might be some more cards flying out, but we've got the King of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Prince of Wands upright. We've got the Princess of Swords upright. We've got the Moon reversed. And we've got the Nine of Swords reversed. So there's actually a lot going on here. You know, I'm kind of laughing a little bit, you know, seeing the Princess of Swords representative of winter. Winter is coming. It certainly is. But with that amusement put aside, let's look at what else is going on here. We've got the King of Pentacles, which has a lot of energy from Saturn. Of course, Saturn is still in retrograde. And this is reversed. So that means that energy is kind of waning, which is true. Our Saturn retrograde energy is waning right now. And so we're about to go forward, I think, on the 3rd. So in just a couple of days from now. And so that also means that, I'm sorry, Mercury's in retrograde and about to go forward, not Saturn, sorry. Saturn. This has just been a day, hasn't it? All right, so nonetheless, the hint I'm getting is Saturn has been plaguing you, like everything in order. And there's going to come a time, I want to say it's on the winter solstice, that Saturn is going to play a big part because Jupiter is going to want to expand us and Saturn's going to want us to contract and stay focused. So having it reversed here to me means that Saturn is playing a big role right now, but is trying to teach us a lesson, but softly, gently, not making us contract as hard, or that feeling's being weighed. So if you feel like you've been pushed into a corner recently, if you feel like things, you keep getting your butt kicked in your business, right? That's Saturn. It's starting to wind down. That's what this energy of the full moon is for, is that wind down of having your butt kicked in your business, right? And then we've got the Princess of Wands, which is all about Sagittarius, all about Jupiter. So it's a lot about expansion. So that expansion is coming. Our Prince of Wands is upright. Jupiter's very, very lucky. If I were you, I would take a look as to where Jupiter is in your natal chart. and really lean into that house or lean into that sign, what's there, so that you can take up all of this luck that's coming with the full moon. There's just going to be an obvious road for you to take, so to speak. There's going to be a way that's going to be laid out for you to go, and that way is being made easy. Like, it's like one step is literally being revealed every time you make a move. The next step's revealed, and the next step's revealed. So you don't see the entire plan, but little by little, everything's being revealed, and a way is being made way. Like, sometimes our way is with a lot of strife, and I'm not seeing that strife, right? A way is being made. Your way is being made easy. But you have to lean into that Jupiter that's in your natal chart. So definitely take a look at where that is. If you don't know how to figure out where that is, hit me up in the comments. And then, of course, we have our Princess of Swords. And I was laughing earlier saying winter is coming. And there's a lot going on here. But the main thing I want to talk about is unity. There's a time where, we all run off and do our own thing, right? Especially when the weather's nice and we can really feel free. But when winter comes, okay, we tend to want to stick together, huddle together for warmth, for lack of a better word. And here there's a lot of unity in this winter, right? In this Princess of Swords, there's a lot of unity there. There's a lot of coming together so that everyone thrives, everyone survives. And right now, there's a lot of disharmony, disunity, fracturing going on. This is general worldwide, but even within our businesses. So sometimes you're not so hip on collaboration or shouting out another business owner, maybe even in your own realm. Get used to doing that. This is how we all come together. Start doing call swaps with people, right? Start doing, start really helping other people who, your colleagues, maybe they're on the same level as you, maybe not, maybe they're somewhere else, but really doing things to help them thrive so they can help you thrive. Because what happens is in each of our audiences, there are people who aren't going to ever really buy from us. Let's just be honest, right? They're there. They're going to cheer us on. They're going to show up to the lives like this. They're going to comment on stuff, but they may not be ready to pull the trigger with you. But they might be ready to pull the trigger with someone else. They just need to hear it a little differently. Like, you raise their awareness, but maybe your colleague, your friend, your biz bestie is the one that's going to help throw them over the top. And that's what we get when we stick together, when we are in unity, because we all have the same goals, right? Ultimately, we all have that same goal. So however someone gets there, we're going to get happy about. So, and of course, I'm going to say it doesn't mean that you do it for free. Maybe you have some kind of affiliate arrangement, whatever. But definitely don't be afraid to do that. Both parties expand their audience when things like this happen. And both parties usually walk away with new clients. Sometimes people just have to hear things differently. All right, so that's something else that's coming up. That's something you may want to plan for as winter is coming, quite literally. So between now and winter, on the winter solstice, try to see how you can get into collaboration, how you can get into partnership with people. And then we have the moon, here we are, reversed. And that just means we're going to be, the shadows aren't there anymore. Like the moon, I always think of the moon, there's a lot of shadows. There's a lot of things that we don't understand. And the full moon brings light everywhere, right? Almost like the sun. And later, we have a lunar eclipse coming up at the end of November with that full moon. And so this just has me to believe, even though I'm only talking full moon to new moon, the moons are going to, this lunar energy is going to play a big role for you in allowing you to see things, allowing you to see the truth of what is going on, because it's all out of the shadows now. Everything's out in the open. And so you're going to see the truth, like, how does this relate to my business, Africa? You're going to see the truth of how to deal with certain people in your business, meaning employees, contractors, etc., while also seeing the truth of how to deal with your clients and potential clients. Like, it's almost, if you allow it, and I'm going to say allowing it maybe via meditation or something like that. If you allow it, you can see exactly what you need to say, exactly what needs to happen. And even though communication's kind of messed up, Mercury in retrograde, communication's messed up. But even beyond that, there's still Mars retro in Aries through the 13th. Let's see, when is that next full? New moon is in Scorpio on the 14th. So we still have some mix-ups in communications and weirdness going on even until the next new moon. So if you can lean in, look at where the moon is on your chart, on your natal chart as well. If you can lean in, you can cut through all of that mess. You can cut through and have clear communication. And even more will come as November winds down, by the way, with that lunar eclipse. All right, so we've got the 9 of Swords. Again, if you don't remember, it's reversed. And here we just, I love 9s because it usually denotes wisdom. Of course, it's reversed, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we really lean on our intellect in such a way, or the conventional way of doing things. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm going to kind of read these two together. We lean into the conventional way of doing things to our own detriment. So I'm looking at these two together right now. We've got Neptune playing around with the moon, and we've got the 9 of Swords here reversed. And that means that we are fully open to do it differently, to do it in our own way, to do it in a way that's unconventional. And that might really lend to better communication, because sometimes it's our communication that's off. I talk about this. It's so funny. I talk about this a lot in the Pick a Deck reading. I just finished filming it. It'll be up on Monday. So definitely come back, check it out, and, subscribe, ring bell for notifications so you know when it's live. That Pick a Deck reading, because it literally, this communication piece came up in a couple of those decks, actually in all of them, because it was in the overall. That's right. It was in the overall message at the beginning too. So definitely check that out. It's going to play a part here. I'm seeing it again. You need to do things differently, very, very differently, probably than you've been doing them. All right, so let's see what else we've got here. Remember I said we're going to have a full moon eclipse? This is also talking about the new moon eclipse. So there's some stuff that's going to be coming up with this new moon, as much as with that lunar eclipse at the full moon at the end of November. So with our new moon coming up in Scorpio, this is a great way to close it out. So it says expect powerful change. If you move with this lunar energy that I'm talking about right now, you're going to see some huge changes come about in your business. And those are going to be really for your good. Like, this is going to be a good thing for you. Woo. Let's see what these cards are. All right, we've got the fire element, desire, card 37. We've got the lunar eclipse, 43. I'm just saying the numbers for those of you onto numerology, which is change. And we've got Jupiter return, benefits, 49. Remember, I talked a lot about Jupiter being very lucky, really deepening in on the thing that you chose to build on. Jupiter's all about expansion, all about expansion. And that has come up in this reading, this expansion that's going to be going on as you move through. If you take that moment to really, every day, a couple of times a day, just for a minute or two to meditate and listen. Really listen to what's going on. All right, so that's just had to reiterate there. So the fire element desire, there should be a desire that you have. And I said, we're all kind of going to the same space. And that's when I encouraged, collaboration, swapping, whatever, really lifting up others. There is this desire for unity. It may not seem like it on the surface right now, but people need community. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of desire behind it. And of course, we're just getting hit again with that lunar eclipse and the change that's coming, right? So you are using this time, and you'll be using the time between the new moon in Scorpio and what's the full moon going to be in Gemini, right? That lunar eclipse in Gemini. You're going to use that energy too to prepare for this change that's coming, right? It's a huge change. Well, thank you, Jennifer. So that is what I have for you. I got one more card I want to pull just to give you a little bit more to work with. Jennifer said it looks fabulous. Thank you, because this crazy makeup job took a while, but I had fun with it. Let's see here. All right. Oh, I'm going to pull that one. I meant to pull from the other deck, but this came up and it's important. Card number 5, Mars, which is force, paired with that fire element, paired with the fact that Mars, like I said, it's in retrograde in Aries through the 13th. You're going to use that energy. You're going to ride it this month. So I'm glad I picked up the wrong deck. Just make sure to ride that energy. Know that kind of, if your business feels like it's been punking you, that is coming to an end with this full moon, right? Because that Saturn energy is waning down. So it's winding down. You'll no longer feel that way. Just lean into wherever I said Jupiter is on your chart. Look at where the moon is on your chart. And let's see what this final card's going to be. All right. The final card is card number 55, Unique Gifts. I love ending with this. It's just this beautiful reminder that we all have a unique gift. And bringing that forward and sharing it with the world is what is going to help unify us. Like I talk a little bit about this in that November business energy, but I'm going to say it again right now. We have to see the divinity in one another again and focus our efforts there. Not in a crazy kumbaya way, but in a way where we can truly see the gift someone else is bringing to this world. And they can see the gift that we're bringing, and we can work from that point. And unifying and bringing about a better world. That doesn't mean that we agree on everything. But we all agree that we can make the world a better place. All right. And with that, my loves, I say peace, joy, love to you.